Hi Aries, welcome to the third week of October. We're finishing up Libra season here, and the deck that I'm using this week is the Ostara Tarot. I've had this one for a long time. I've had it for a while, and it's been one of my favorite decks. Okay, the cards are coming out pretty fast today, so it shouldn't take, shuffling them shouldn't take much longer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the last two cards. All right. You know what? Let me see if I can get you guys some more light. There we go. That's better. All right. So, as your overall energy here going into the third week of October, you have the Star. So, to me, the Star, it talks about wish fulfillment, but it also talks about sort of star-crossed lovers. And I'm getting that really strongly here with the Lovers card. So I think that this is a fantastic week to start sort of manifesting what you're thinking of in a partner. Basically what I'm trying to get at here is that you're in a super strong energy to attract someone that you want in terms of love and relationships. Because I also see the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is always like a new situation, very emotional heavy. But what I'm seeing here is that there's also the Ace of Swords, which talks about clarity and sort of logic, so more of a mental realm. So because I'm seeing these two together, I feel like in the past you may have felt like you had to do a head over heart decision or like a heart over head decision or whatever, but I feel like now you're sort of working in tandem with both of them. Like you decide with one and you use the other to figure out how you want to go about achieving that goal for yourself. Not necessarily do I have to pick A or B and then just cut my losses. This is like I'm having my cake and I'm eating it too kind of a thing. Like, let me just reiterate how awesome it is that you got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Lovers, the Star, the Emperor also. So a lot of you guys are feeling super in your energy because the Emperor is the card of Aries. I feel like this is how you guys are feeling right now. You're like, all this energy is around you and you feel it. Just, you're in this mode of victory. I feel like you feel like you're really unstoppable this week. You really do feel unstoppable because there's the Four of Wands also here. This card with the rabbits. So the rabbits are a symbol of fertility. So if you guys, because I always say that the Four of Wands is my level up card. So wherever you're at relationship wise right now, you're gonna see a level up. So like if you're just talking to someone, it might go into like some relationship ground. If you guys are, have been like seeing someone, it might like go up to dating. or a more serious kind of a commitment. And for some of you, I get that it might even be like starting a family together. So whatever that looks like is up to you. Whatever you think is the next step in your relationship with this person. But I definitely see that there's a new beginning. There's some kind of renewal. The Fool is here also, which talks about new beginnings. The Fool is like having just like a brand new start. And that on top of two cards that you have that already talk about new starts, like, I'm really feeling the fresh start energy. And with this Six of Wands, whatever you're looking to do, you're going to see victory in it. The Six of Wands, the Emperor, the Four of Wands, like, you guys are in your energy. And it's just like such an overwhelmingly positive reading. With this Nine of Wands here, the blue card, you guys are really tapping into your animalistic nature. I feel like a lot of you guys have felt kind of like a lion trapped in like a 4x4 cubicle working a desk job. And I think that for a lot of you guys, that might satisfy you financially, but you're sort of moving into this energy where you're like, I want to be satisfied emotionally, spiritually, and like you're learning to release the beast. I feel like for a lot of Aries, you guys get a lot of flack because you guys are so passionate, so warm, and it doesn't work in every single scenario every day. And I feel like you guys, especially during Libra season, have probably been tempering that a little bit. So you're like, okay, I'm not gonna rock the boat this week, this or that. But now you're sort of like coming back into your energy, and you're like, no, this is who I am. I'm not gonna pretend to be someone I'm not, just for the sake of others. And like, some of you guys might have been trying to people please in the past, but I feel like that's not something that's happening anymore. And with this Hanged Man, it could be that. So usually with the Hanged Man, I get the feeling that it's someone who has to change their perspective, but this week it might not necessarily be that you have to change your perspective. It could be that other people around you have to sort of change their worldview to fit you this week. Or it could be that the situation is going to unfold in a way that you didn't quite expect but are open to. So just the interpretation I'm getting this week is that it's not you that has to change, because you're changing and you're doing it for the better. It's sort of like, so it's sort of either someone else or some outside energy that's coming in differently. And it could be that the person that you're dealing with has had an internal change as well. But like with this Four of Swords card, I've been purposefully putting that card off to talk about last, because I feel like as all this is going on, you're sort of like not necessarily in hermit mode, but like in rest mode. So while all this is happening, you're in an energy where you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a short rest. It's like you're in your cocoon, and you're coming off whatever energy you had in the past. You're finishing that off. And Aries, all the Aries that I met have the tendency to do things the right way. So if you guys are done with something and are really wholeheartedly done with it, I don't see you guys going back to it. So that's why I see this Ace of Swords. That's why I see this Ace of Cups. That's why I see this Fool, is because you guys are finishing things, are tying up loose ends. And like I said, you guys are good at finishing things, are good at tying up those loose ends. Especially since, like, with this Four of Wands, you guys are looking for something that's a little bit higher elevated. And that's why the Star card is coming out. That's why the Lovers card is coming out. That's why the Emperor is coming out. A lot of you might be looking towards soulmates, like higher level soulmates. So the thing about higher level soulmates is that you need to come correct. And I feel like you guys are putting in the work, and you're coming in as this emperor, and you will settle no less for your empress. And I just think that you guys are doing fantastic. Like, this was an awesome reading. So I just looked at the clock and I saw 10:10. That might be important or relevant to some of you guys. I don't off the top of my head know what 10:10 means, but if you guys want to look up angel numbers 10:10 and start looking for synchronicities, I think that you'll start finding them. But that was your third week of October reading. I think you guys have an awesome week ahead of you guys. And if you enjoyed this, definitely come back for your last week of, I almost said April. So you guys might be sort of finishing off stuff that happened around your like birthday time or a little bit right after. But like I was saying, just that last bit of message that came through. Like I was saying, definitely consider subscribing, leaving a comment, talking about your situation if you want to, alike. And I hope to see you guys next week for your next weekly reading.